Welcome back to the Chaos. I am ChaosEclipse. Today we are back on ESO, and this is going to be a long video. Some of the other ones, well, a lot of the other ones are long, but I always tried to do them short. This one, no matter what, it's going to be long because we're going to be talking about Cyrodiil today. Before we go into PvP and we do Cyrodiil, I just want to point out one thing. With your daily logins, make sure that you guys are doing these. I know I've mentioned it several times, but the way that the daily login works, so if you come in here and you claim, you can see that I claimed all the way till the 4th. I've been doing it daily. What will happen is it won't take the next one. It'll take from the very back end. You'll be losing your Telvar stones, your alliance points, more experience scrolls, crown mimic stones. So for every day you don't log in, it's going to take from the back end here. But the main reason I wanted to go over this one today is because you can see here today I just got riding speed 5. It means that it's giving me 5 books. So just like here, 5 books for the stamina and 5 books for the capacity. So I already did the daily one where you go over to the stable master and do it there. But now I have 5 free ones that I can use. So you can see they're right there. We're going to hit use. You can see up in the top right, it did increase. Right there in the center, 21 to 22. We're going to do it all 5 times. So there we go. Free riding skill. 22 to 26. Look at that. Alright, so like I said, there's a lot to this. I'm going to do my best to fit it all in one video, and I'm going to do my best not to leave anything out. If I do leave anything out, someone point it out if you know. The main reason I'm saying that is because I am extremely tired, got off work. I also have not done PvP in this game for a few years, so a lot probably has changed. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So first things first, you need to know how to get into Cyrodiil. Well, we're going to take a look at where Cyrodiil is. So if you look at the entire map here, Cyrodiil is this big empty one here in the middle. This is Cyrodiil. So if we zoom in on it, you can see that this is the map. There's not really any detail on it because we're not inside of that area. Once we go in there, it will change. There are 2 dungeons in the middle. I will tell you how to get access to those. And then there are 2 way shrines in here. Now, as you can see up in the top right, it says you cannot travel to a way shrine within Cyrodiil. I'll explain that in a second too. It's only showing these 2 because we are Ebonheart Pact. Ebonheart Pact is up in this corner. Aldmeri Dominion would be down in this corner. So if you're Aldmeri Dominion, you'll have a way shrine here and a way shrine here. Or actually, I think it's here and here. Either way, they'll be down here. And then Daggerfall Covenant will be here and here. So that is Cyrodiil. Actually, one other thing real quick. Oh, wrong button. One other thing. Let me pull that back up. I apologize. If you look on the left side, you see the map completion. You remember how it shows you all the sky shards. This is also a really good reason to come into Cyrodiil. There are 46. You heard that right. 46 sky shards here. That is 15 skill points that you can just go and grab. Keep in mind, it's a PvP area, so it's going to be a little harder to do. But there's 46 of them in here. Now, I will say there are gates in here that you do have to open. I'll kind of go over that, but some of the sky shards you may not get. I can't remember if it's 4 total or 8 total. But yeah. So, in order to get into Cyrodiil, you'll go to your options. Well, for me, it's my options button. And then I will come down to campaigns. So however you get in this menu, come down to campaigns. You'll click on Cyrodiil. We'll go over Imperial City in the next one. That is also a PvP zone. But for now, we're doing Cyrodiil. So we'll click on Cyrodiil. You can see here there are different campaigns that you can go into. If you look at the very top, it says Gray Host. It says Alliance Locked. That means that right now it is probably full for our alliance. So our alliance, which is Ebonheart Pact, which is interesting because normally those 3 bars I think would be full. I don't know why it's alliance locked. But I think that's also our home one. I don't remember where it shows which one your home one is. I don't know. Anyway, so this one is a it's a 30-day alliance, or not alliance. It's a 30-day map, I guess. What happens is when you go in here, it will have 30 days of the campaign going, and then it will reset at the end of 30 days. As you can see right now, it looks like it just reset recently. It's at it says campaign ends in 27 days there at the top. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and read that. It says anyone can join, blah, blah, blah. That's up to you. So this one is every character with all of their stats, all of their attributes, everything, champion points, everything. Like I said, it goes on for 30 days. So me being level, I think it's 618 right now, champion point level 618, that will take effect as well, because when I go in there, the champion points do matter. This one here says below 50, or below level 50, Ice Reach. This one says it ends in 7 days. So this one, I believe, just started. I think it is a 7-day one, because there are 7-day ones. They used to have a lot more servers, but as you can see, they don't have that many anymore. This one is below level 50, so that means that anyone below level 50 should be going in here. But it is also a 7-day one. Between all of the campaigns, you'll have to pick one as your home base, like one as your home campaign, and one as a guest campaign. You don't necessarily have to pick the guest one, but you do have to pick a home one. I'll explain why in a second. You'll have your standard no CP here. You can see this one also ends in 27 days, which means it is a 30-day one. No CP means that it is only going to have people at level 50. Don't get me wrong, you'll probably still see people in there with champion points. Like, it still may say, like, if you come across me, it still may say ChaosEclipse champion level, 618. The difference is my champion points, any of those passives that I have, any of the champion points that I have spent on different skills, they're not going to matter. My level 50 is what's going to matter. So whatever I have as far as skills and everything like that, using my level 50, my passives that are in my skill tree, there, that's all that's going to count. So no champion points will be affected, or not affected. They'll be negated basically. Champion points won't matter. Now don't get me wrong, you still can come in here and you can level up your champion points while playing it. It's just they're not going to matter in the PvP portion of it. And then you have your standard one here. I believe it is just like this top one here. It looks like it's just another 27-day one. Well, 30-day one. It's just this one is alliance locked and this one is not. So that means that this one is probably open. It says any player can join this campaign. Sorry, that's my phone vibrating. It says any player can join this this campaign, and champion points are enabled. Alliance locking is disabled on this campaign and will reset the first of every month. So there you go. Yeah, and that one's also the first. So I do believe, you know what, maybe this one is currently our home one, because all the other ones say set home. Interesting. Maybe I did that when I did the tutorial. I honestly don't remember. We'll set the very bottom one because it can't be alliance locked. That's kind of good, kind of bad, but it also looks pretty empty right now. So we'll go ahead and set this one as home. You can see there that you won't be able to change your home campaign for 12 hours. So if you do have any friends playing the game or anything like that, find out which campaign they're in, because if not, you won't be able to play with them technically unless you do it as a guest one. But you'll want everyone to have the same home one. So if you're in a guild and you're actively playing with those guild members, check with them. It should also tell you there at the top, you can see where it says Blackreach Standard. It says group members 0, friends 0, guild members 0. That's because I don't have any friends on the game. I don't have any guild members on the game. I'm not in a group, but that's what you want to look for. But I would still check with them just to make sure. But we're going to go ahead and hit accept here. Now, it says you can't do it for another 12 hours. You can do it, but it is going to cost you alliance points, which we'll go over that. That's basically the currency slash XP that you're going to be getting inside of Cyrodiil. So we're going to go ahead and accept it. We're going to switch to Black Reach here, and we're going to hit join now. So this is now our home one. That's why all this stuff here popped up, so you can see a whole bunch of extra stuff. So we're going to take a look here. You can hit enter campaign. That will take you inside of there. You can hit, or not hit, but you can look at your bonuses. Inside of Cyrodiil, there are scrolls that each faction has. There are also keeps. You can see here that on the right, well, in there in the center with everything, this is what our faction owns, which is not very much, so we're probably losing right now. Either that or maybe nothing in there has just been captured yet. But if you look on the right side there, you can see the bonuses that each one of those things will give you. So it says home keep bonus, and then on the right side it says increases experience, alliance points, and gold by 5% while in player versus player locations. Second one here, this is Emperorship Alliance bonus. So right now we don't have an Emperor, so I don't think this one's going to be active for us. It does say current bonus 900, but I'll explain the Emperorship in a minute. It says increases health, max health based on the amount of home keeps owned. Here you have enemy keep and edge keep bonus. So the enemy keeps, it increases experience, alliance point, and gold by 7% while in player versus player locations. Increases critical and spell, weapon critical and spell critical by 1% while in player versus player locations. Ownership of Drake, Low, Brindo, or Dragonclaw will give an 8% bonus to alliance points earned. That's for the edge keep bonus. And then you do have your 2 scrolls here, which also give you bonuses. You have an offensive scroll and a defensive scroll. So the defensive one increases physical and spell resistance by 2% while in player versus player locations, and increases, for the offensive one, increases weapon and spell damage by 2% while in player versus player locations. Sorry, I had to cough. That's the bonuses. That's why there is a column for bonuses. Scoring. As you can see here, because it just started, it looks like maybe no one has anything at all, because there's no keeps that are captured, there's no scrolls that are taken, nothing like that. What this will do, I don't know if it does it once per day or if it takes a certain period of time, I don't remember. But what it will do eventually is when people start capturing things, these will change. So if Evanhart Pact is in the lead, say we capture another scroll, there where the little scroll symbol is on that right side, it'll show, instead of the ×0, it'll show ×3. It'll show potential points. That the potential points is how many it's anticipating that you're going to get based on how far you're going, because or not how far you're going, how well your alliance is doing. So up in the top left, you can see my alliance points are currently 19,800. That is from a previous character, but alliance points are shared across your account. So I still have 19,800. That's not from this character. You guys seen when I went in there, I don't think I got any alliance points at all, just from doing the tutorial. Then you come to your emperorship. So these are potential emperors that are in the running right now. You can see here, for us, it only shows the top 10 here. The very top guy has 901,181. That's his alliance points. Now, like I said, alliance points are also a currency and experience. This is just his experience. You can use the currency. It will not take away from that number. It will take away from the top left, your alliance points up there. So I won't have the 19,800 anymore if I spend them. But the game will still register that I had 19,800. So you will still build over time your alliance points. But that's also why it has the 30-day cap in the game, because after 30 days, it resets everyone's leaderboard. You go back to 0 and you start all over again, because you can become Emperor. Right now, the Rockstar 03, who's at the top of ours, he is running for Emperor. I'll explain that in a second. I'm sorry, I'm trying to debate here. You can see here that you have Aldmeri Dominion. Theirs is way higher. They have 1.9 million. And then you look at Daggerfall Covenant, which is the very top one, 2.7. Now that does not mean that CS Spam 05 is going to get Emperor just because his points are maxed out. It does not mean that this VCL 1036 is going to get Emperor. We may in fact still get this Rockstar 03 to become Emperor. I will explain once we get in there on what I mean by these. So now you can look at Abandoned Campaign. That's if you want to just drop out of here and switch to a different one. Like I said, doing that too much so will end up costing you alliance points to switch between alliances. For now, we're going to go ahead and jump in, and I will go straight into the Emperor that we're looking at here, just so you guys understand how it's still possible for Ebonheart Pact to have the Emperor, even though Aldmeri Dominion and Daggerfall Covenant has way more points. So let's go ahead and get in here. It's unlikely, but it's possible. So let's go into Enter Campaign. And of course, it does have an estimated wait time of 1 minute. There we go. We're going to hit accept. And just give it a second here. Alright, so here we are. So now that we are inside, your map is going to look totally different. It's going to pull up Cyrodiil right away, but it's going to look different. So we're going to pull it up. Of course, I hit the wrong button again. Zoom out a little bit. So that is just the, this is like the little training area that you spawn in at. This is the entire map here. You can see that blue here is crushing everybody right now. So let me explain a few things here. So right now we have 0 scrolls. And you can tell by looking at this map, actually blue has all of the scrolls. 1, 2, yeah, blue has all the scrolls. Wow. So these buildings here, this Scroll Temple of Chim and the Scroll Temple of Gartok, these two would be where our scrolls are. If you look at this one here, you see that scroll symbol that's on it? It tells you right there it's holding the Elder Scroll of Adeladun. This one down here is holding the Scroll of Chim. So that's one of our scrolls. That's the one that needs to go here. So we can actually go there. We can take that scroll and we can bring it back here. In order to do that, though, we have to fight our way over there. Right now, you can see that we only own this one and this one. So we would have to fight off a lot just to even make it out of where we're currently at. You can see a few of the resources down here are red. That's because we did claim some of those, but that's kind of pointless. I'll go over that in a second too. So what I was talking about with the Emperorship, the way blue is taking over the entire map, which like I said, this is Daggerfall Covenant up here. Yellow is Aldmeri Dominion, and then red is Ebonheart Pact. So Daggerfall Covenant is destroying everybody right now. Their main objective, once they have all 6 scrolls, is to complete the circle around the middle here. So if they get this one and they recapture this one, because you can see here the resources are yellow, so they do need to turn those back blue. Same thing with the lumber mill here and the lumber mill there, and then of course they need to take ours, and I think even this little outpost here. But they need to capture everything that circles that there in the center. What will happen is it will give them access to these 2 dungeons here. That's how you get access to those in the middle. And that is how the Emperor is made. So, like I said, they have, I think they were the ones that do have the player with like 2.7 million. However, if Red somehow got a ton of people and they started making a comeback, if we grabbed all of the scrolls and we completed the circle here, whoever is at the top of our leaderboard can still become Emperor, even if it's not higher than Daggerfall Covenants or it's not higher than Aldmeri Dominions. That's how you become Emperor. Becoming Emperor does give you a few bonuses, one of which is absolutely amazing. So the first is a passive bonus. It's a passive skill line, basically. The passive skill line basically doubles your stamina, doubles your health, doubles your magic. I think it even doubles the recovery reach. You're basically unstoppable. A group of people would need to take you down. It is pretty hectic. I have never been Emperor. I've ran into an Emperor before and got absolutely destroyed. But it's very fun. You only keep that skill line though when you're Emperor. Now, before, I do believe that there was a former Emperor skill line that you would have after you're not Emperor anymore. I do believe that they got rid of that, so that's not a thing anymore. The second thing you'll get is a title. It'll just say Emperor. Once you're not Emperor, that changes to former Emperor title, and then the last thing you'll get is a costume, which you keep the costume no matter what. But you have to at least be Emperor once. And you can see here the map is changing. That is because people are currently capturing and losing different areas. This little bursting bomb symbol behind this keep here, that means that this one is currently under attack. You can see someone is attacking our little farm that's up here. So the keeps, depending on how many you have, or not how many you have, which ones you have, I believe, will give you bonuses towards your alliance. The different resources around here do different things. So the farm, actually before I get into that, let me explain the keeps. So the keeps have NPCs at them that will border the outside. They will walk around the gate and they will like attack any NPC or any players or anything that are running up, unless it's your faction. So obviously if I'm here, they're not going to attack me, but if someone that's blue or yellow comes here, it will attack them. Now, because we currently, even though that one's under attack, we currently own all of these, the keep will be pretty heavily fortified. Losing the farm will make your NPCs weaker. Losing the lumber mill will make the doors of the keep weaker, and then losing the mine will make the walls of the keep weaker. Yeah, see, so yellow's actually attacking right there, and then yellow's probably attacking down here too. The water here in Cyrodiil, do not try to cross it, don't try to swim through it. It is full of slaughterfish, mainly these thick places here, because I believe that you can go into like these little ponds and stuff. Wouldn't worry about those too much, but mainly this river here and the moat that's around the Imperial City here. What else? Like I said, it is a lot. So the whole thing about this area, the reason why it's going to take us so long is because this is basically an entirely new game. It is just like the outside world. There are dailies in here. There are delves in here. There are sky shards in here. There are dolmens in here. Dolmens are the anchors that I mentioned. You can't see them on the map, but they do exist. You'll still see them up in the sky if one is ever active. So while you are here in your safe area, I'll go over safe areas in just a second, but while you're here in your safe area, you'll have vendors here that you can access. You have a banker, you'll have a regular merchant, you even have crafting stations up in here, I believe. Yep, so here's some crafting stations you can use. They don't have skill sets on them, so you don't have to worry about trying to make a skill set, but there are PvP skill sets, and that is part of what you need your alliance points for. So if you look at this War Enchanter, I think this one's only enchants.
Like a pebble.
Yeah, so you can buy actual enchant runes from him. Sorry. And you can keep them. But as you can see, they cost alliance points. So if I wanted one of these, it's going to cost 1,325 alliance points to buy it. I'm not doing that. I'd rather just go get my stuff normally. You can look at the War Researcher here. These are styles that you can buy, it looks like. He also does, okay, these are still styles, the Akvari stuff. You can get some dragon scales, that is more style related stuff, same thing there. That is a trait. That is for the intrinsic trait. It says increases maximum magicka by 19, max stamina by 19, and max health by 20. That is for jewelry. What is this? What is this? Arena Gladiators Exhalation. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's a costume. Used to consume those 50 proofs and create a Runebox Arena Gladiator costume. Okay, yeah, we're not doing that. Look at that, 100,000 for that. We're not doing any of this stuff. But it does look like they're all costumes. To create costumes. You have a region equipment manager here, or a vendor. I don't know why I said manager. I think this is more stuff that you can buy with alliance points. Most of the stuff in here you buy with alliance points. Yeah, so this would just be an unknown Alakir Desert item. So anything that you can find in Alakir Desert you can get from here, but it's going to be completely random. You might get a stamina item when you're trying to go Magico or vice versa. I would not spend your alliance points on these. They do seem kind of pointless. This here is an armory station. You can actually get one of these and keep it. If you want to unlock a new one, I do think it costs crowns, which we're not going to do. But if I wanted to set my build the way it is right now, I can do build 1, I can hit X on it, and I can set it to basically everything that I currently have equipped. And then if I want, I can do the same thing with the second one. What a lot of people do is they will take this first one and they will set it to empty. So no, like they won't assign any of their points, any of their tribute points, anything like that. And from my understanding, when you equip that build, it'll automatically reset all of your stuff for free. You can buy this armory station from the person that that you do writs with. It will cost you writs. I do believe it is a lot of writs, but you can buy one of these and you can put it in the house that you have. Of course, they have an outfit station that's for dyeing your clothes and everything, or just making your clothes look different using the. Well, no, I don't think transmute's the same here. The dailies are, I don't think the dailies are at this one. They're probably at the other one. You do have a storyline quest, a main storyline quest. You can talk with Captain Verinim here. There's also a stable master in here. If you guys have not done your daily for your stable master, you have a siege merchant up here. This is also gonna, well, I was gonna say it costs you alliance points, but you can use alliance points or gold at the siege merchant, if I remember correctly. So, where they at? Where they at? So you can buy health, stamina, or magicka restore things. So like health potions, basically. You can get those for alliance points. You can do the recall stone, which I will go over the importance of one of those, but you have to buy it every single time. You don't want to spend 20k every time. Completely understandable. I wouldn't do it. You have your siege items here. So, like I said, these you can buy for gold or you can buy for alliance points. The repair kit just lets you repair your item. Or no, this does not let you repair your items. This is for repairing doors, siege weapons, and fort camps. And the walls of the keeps. So if you need to repair a trebuchet, if you need to repair a wall at a keep or a door at a keep, we'll go over all that stuff, but that's why you need these. In fact, we're going to buy a couple of them, but we're going to do it with gold. I'm not spending $250 per thing. We're going to buy, I don't know, like 5 of these. For, you know what? Yeah, okay. We'll buy 5 of them. Flaming oil. This is basically a huge pot that you can place down and you can pour it out and pour it onto anyone that is attacking a keep. I will go over that a little more in detail in a little bit. Pack ballisticas. It's only called pack because you're Evanhart packed. I'm sure it's probably something else for the Dominion and the Daggerfall Covenant. The ballistas, though, they fire fast, but they are kind of weak, but they do fire fast. Battering ram. You have to place it at a door. You need 3 people minimum to stand around it within like a a certain area, I think a little circle pops up. If they're not in that circle, it's not going to be doing anything. Can't use them by yourself. It does need a minimum of 3 people. I think you can have a maximum of either 6 or 8. But the more people you do have in it, the faster it will help break down the door. Firebolt ballista, basically the same thing as the regular ballista. The only difference is it'll do a tiny bit more damage. There are also, oh, what are they called? Cold fire weapons, like siege weapons. So this one's firebolt. There's ones that are called cold fire that you can get. You can get those from, not from vendors, but those ones you can actually find from items, or not items. You can get them from bosses, or you can find them in chests throughout Cyrodiil. Let me see. The trebuchets, they fire extremely slowly, but they will do the most damage to the walls and the doors. The pack forward camp, that lets people spawn on your camp. So if you place it down, you can see there that it will it creates a site at which 20 soldiers of your lines can respawn. You can only do it every 5 minutes, and I think you have to be within a certain distance of it when you die. Catapults, they're basically in the middle of the ballistas and the trebuchets. They're kind of medium damage and kind of medium on how they reload. You also do have lightning ballistas there. That'll just basically do like lightning damage to the area. Same thing with like the ice ball trebuchet. It's going to cost you a little bit more, but I believe it does more damage. Kind of how you have the fire pot trebuchet versus the regular trebuchet, which I don't even see in here. You have an oil catapult, scatter shot catapult, and then of course you have soul gems and stuff. I don't think you need specific soul gems in here, but that's interesting that these are 156 and not the 50 how we bought from the Mystic. It could just be because of my level now. I don't know. I have not checked with the Mystic yet. And that's it at this one, I think. What's up here? Yeah. So these here are the catapults. Actually, this one's a catapult. This one's a ballista. And then this is a trebuchet. And then here is your door ram. Yeah, so I think it's only 6, because I think players basically line up with the little wooden pieces there, so it's 6, I think. I could be wrong about that. Alright, so now we need to talk about how to get around Cyrodiil. Obviously, the very obvious one is you can run. You can run around Cyrodiil. So you can just jump on your horse and take off, or whatever mount you have. You can also stay on foot and you can just take off. The other way is, like I said before, you have to have connecting places. So no one can really fast travel to this one because it doesn't connect with any of our other ones. Fast traveling does not cost you anything. It works like the way shrines in the overworld, I guess, if that's what you want to call the overworld. You can see here you do have this little lock thing, and it says only the Ebonheart pack can use this link. That's because we don't have any link here, so we would have to have a we would have to own this one, and that lock will actually, I think the lock symbol stays there, but basically this line right here will turn red, and that means you can travel there. So right now the only thing that we can do is we can travel to here and we can travel to there, and that's it. Even this one here, I don't think you'll be able to travel between those, even though we own both of them, because it's not connected to our main area. So blue can go wherever they want pretty much while a place is under attack. So how they had the bursting thing behind here, you can't actually what's it called? You can't actually fast travel to it even if it's linked while it's being attacked. So that is a way to stop people from kind of reinforcing themselves and hold them off. In order to exit Cyrodiil, you will need to use the actual way shrine, which is up over here. This is the actual way shrine here for you to exit. This is how you get out of Cyrodiil. But you also have your, I think they're called transistor way shrines. Let's see what it's called. It is called Transistus Shrine. Okay. Well, anyway, these Transistus Shrines, these are the ones that you will use in order to get to different areas. And it actually looks like you can travel between those if you're at one of them. Because we're at here, you can see that it's only going to let us go here or here. So, I thought we were at this one. Are we not? We're not. Okay, so let's go up here because I want to show you guys the other one real quick. So we're going to click on that. We're going to go right up here. Because there are different vendors at both of them. I think they both have banks and they both have like the regular merchants and they both have crafting. But I do believe there are different vendors. Yeah, definitely different vendors. So all these blue arrows here, these are dailies that you can do inside of Cyrodiil. Like I said, it's basically its own area. So you can pick up these and you can do your dailies in here. The dailies in here do reward you with normal XP, but it basically is alliance points as well. Shield Gorath is in here for all the people who have played Skyrim, which reminds me there is supposedly a hammer that you can find somewhere inside of Cyrodiil. I don't know where it spawns. I've never seen it. I think it's fairly new. I don't know how new. But the hammer comes with its own like skill line basically, and it's automatically unlocked, but it's pretty destructive. It also has a timer, so if you're not killing people, you end up losing the hammer, and it will just kind of reappear somewhere else on the map. Same thing if you die. If you die, I think someone else can just pick it up right there off the ground. Yeah. Let's see. This is the actual way shrine to leave. So there's only two, like we talked about. You have, for us in Ebonheart Pact, you have the one on the top right. Well, top right of the entire map is where they're both at. And then you have one technically up, left, and down right. So these are the only two areas where these actual way shrine symbols are. In order for you to leave the campaign area. So if you're way over here and you don't have a connection anywhere, honestly the best thing to do is to die. When your character dies, respawn at one of these, because you will let you pick your waypoint, or it'll let you pick your respawn point, and then once you pick that, then you can just get out of there. You don't lose alliance points for dying, but the other team gets more for killing you, so just keep that in mind. I don't think there's anything up over here. Yeah, nothing at all over here. This area right here that we ran past, this is where your crafting is in this area, and this is where more vendors are. This area right here. So you have your war researcher here. This is the same stuff that was at the other one, it looks like. All for alliance points. You have your, this one was not here, or was not at the other one, so let's look at the ones that we already know about. The war enchanter, these are the enchants again, or the runes I should say. This one is a new one as well, so let's look at this. These are items that I believe can only be gotten inside of Cyrodiil. These are PvP oriented sets that you can get. So, as you can see here, it says it's an unidentified languor of Pyrite item. So, picking this up is going to give you one of the Dark Convergence set items. Now, this could be anything. Anything at all. So, be very careful buying these. They are also 20,000 for you to buy. But keep in mind, say I'm using, like right now I'm using a resto staff and I'm using 2 daggers. I might buy this and it could give me a bow. If I don't know how to use a bow, if my bow's not leveled up, that's going to be kind of pointless until I can figure it out, or unless that's what I was hoping for, then great. It can also give you any one of the 3 armor sets. So it can give you light armor, it can give you medium armor, it can give you heavy armor. So you have to be careful buying these. It is a grind, but it's up to you. A lot of people don't go for these, at least not that I'm aware of. But there are different sets in here, so if you see a set that you like, then go for it. It's going to be a grind. Look at that. These ones here are 50,000. and they are 2 sets. Interesting. I wonder if that is like a monster set. Normally 2 sets is a head and shoulder piece. Actually, this one here says specifically it's a shoulder piece. Unidentified Colovian Highlands General shoulders. So that might still mean, because it's unidentified, so that might still mean that it could give you light, heavy, or medium. But it looks like no matter what, it is shoulders. And then I don't know what a Crest of Cyrodiil item is. I guess that's the Crest of Cyrodiil is the set. So it looks like this one would be anything. So you just have to be careful. Make sure you're reading these before you just buy them. I mean, there's a lot of them here, but they are also very expensive. So you have a few that are 20,000, looks like, and a few that are 50,000. I don't think I've seen anything higher than that in here. But for the most part, they're probably really good sets. You just have to go through and figure out which one you want. And then over here, you also have regional equipment vendor.
My weapon.
So same thing, same thing on the other side. Okay, so this one was the one that we already looked at. So this, like we talked about, this would be anything from the Alakir Desert. You can see it could be something from the Robes of the Withered Hand, or the Sword Singer, or the Order of Dianga item sets. So it could be any 3 of those sets, any item within those 3 sets. So be careful with that, because you're still spending 5,000 on those. Let's see. What else we got here? Another Stable Master. Over there was our dailies. The quest that Sheogorath has, I do believe will take you around the map as well. So I don't know, because I've never done it. And then it looks like there is also a quest over here that you can pick up. A storyline quest, and it looks like he also has a daily as well. Yeah, so it looks like that's it there. So let me look at my list here, because I made a list on this, guys, because I wanted to make sure that that I was actually explaining everything and not leaving anything out. Let's see. The scrolls. I mentioned the scrolls already. What I want to point out is when you are carrying the scroll. So if we did decide to come over here and grab the scroll and try to take it back, you cannot mount while you're holding the scroll, and you cannot stealth with the scroll. Also, that scroll will move with you on the map. Now, it won't move real time. What'll happen is it'll show it here, and then if you end up running this way, it'll blink from here to like up here. And then it'll go from there to like over here, depending on how fast you're moving and where you're going. But people will be able to see you moving on the map with the scroll. Stealing it from Blue, they will also get a huge notification on every single one of their screens saying that their scroll has been stolen. Same thing happens when our scroll was stolen, or if we start carrying one, because I believe it says that we're carrying a scroll. Like, it'll let everyone know, hey, so and so has grabbed the scroll. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to try to protect that guy, so everyone should probably start running over to him. But hopefully you can at least hold out until then. These bridges and these gatekeeps here, these mile gates, mill gates, whatever you want to call them, you can see it says this keep is inaccessible, and it says status passable. I think that's because we don't own them. You can capture those. None of them are lit up though, which is interesting. So I'm not sure about those. But that is how they work. You can actually capture these. Anyone can capture them at any time. I don't think you have to have a link to them or anything like that. Anyone can capture them at any time. So there's that. I went over the dolmens. Dolmens is actually a really good place where you can get those Coldfire Siege items that I was talking about. We went over the Emperor stuff. The Sky Shards. This is what I was talking about with the Sky Shards. So you have, on each side, you have 2 gates. So like we have one gate here. That's how they get access to the scroll. They have to take this keep, which will open this gate, and that's how they get access to the scroll. As you can see, they own this keep. So this gate is already open, and that's how they got that scroll. But behind these two gates here, there are, I can't remember if it's 2 or 4 sky shards. And that's why I said it's either going to be 4 or 8, because it's the same thing for each one. So there's either 2 or 4 behind these gates, and there's either 2 or 4 behind these gates. So those are the only sky shards you won't be able to get unless you open their gates, which actually these two down here look like they're both open, thanks to blue. So we could probably go and get those now. But we're also going to be in Aldmeri Dominion territory, so you'll want to be careful, because I guarantee you're going to run into people that are going to be trying to kill you. But yeah, if you see gates open and you don't have those sky shards, you might want to make your way there and go grab those, because you don't know when that gate is going to be open again. Let's see. Let's go over to the keep, so I can explain some stuff about the keeps here. So we're going to go to this one here because it is linked. So this is what a keep looks like on the inside. They don't all look like this, but this is basically what they look like. Inside of the keep, you'll have a vendor, which I think we were already at him. We're not. Where's he at? Where's he at? Is he down here? Where is the vendor? And of course, it's going to start explaining stuff to us. How do we not have a vendor in here? Is this one a poop one? Can you just talk to any one of them? No.
What is it?
Did they not claim it? I mean, they had to have claimed it because they have their name on everything. So the children of KOS, they're the ones that captured this, if I'm not mistaken. Like they're the ones that reclaimed this. That's why it has their guild name on it. Unless this is different and everything is children of KOS. Obviously, this is the shrine that we use to get here. Oh, here he is, right here. So the siege merchant. This is where you can buy. Oh, look at that! Yeah, see, they never claimed the keep. Interesting. So the siege merchant, you can come in here and you can buy the same stuff that you could have bought at the other place. You can also inspect the keep, which will tell you how good everything is. Yeah, so the guild owner right now is Children of KOS, so they're the ones that captured it. I don't know what this is. I don't know what any of this is. Probably bonuses. I don't remember seeing any of this stuff. I think it just tells you like what's where. Alright. Here you can claim ownership of the keep, which I'm not gonna do. Okay, yeah, it says it's already claimed by another guild. Okay, yeah, so they did claim it. I don't know why it even gives you the option then. So while they have it claimed, so the Children's of KOS or whatever, while they have it claimed, if they have a trade and they've actually been posting stuff, you can look at the guild store and they will have items in here. Looks like they have been posting stuff in here. So they are selling stuff right now and you can actually buy from them. Which, I'm not going to go over it in this one. It has nothing to do with Cyrodiil. I was going to talk about something else, so don't worry about it. Okay, so the flags in here, this flag here and this flag here, these are how the keeps are captured. So once the opposing team or opposing faction breaks into any one of the doors, so you have this door here and you have a side door that was there in the back. In the back, is it that one? I think it's that one. So I don't think they're, okay, I guess either one of them. But once they come in, they will have to kill all of the NPCs in this area. They just need to stand here and let this flag capture on them. It's kind of like a domination thing. You literally just stand here on the flag till it captures. They will have to do that with both flags though. So if you are contesting it, the flag will not move. The more people they have on it, the faster it will move for them. Once they do that, all of your guards will despawn. They will respawn as theirs, and then they have to repair the door that they broke down and everything. So if we come outside the keep, there are two different things to the keep. One is the inner keep. This is the inner keep where we just were, inside there. They cannot break walls to the inner keep. They can only break the doors. So they had that door there in the front, and they have two small doors on the sides, one here, one on the other side. Not all of the keeps look the same, so just keep that in mind. And then here is the outer area to the keep. So let's come up here so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. So out there is the actual world. You can see we have guards here on the outside walking around. There's usually one pretty much, yeah, there he is. I would say there's one pretty much every corner, or possibly two, because I think he will come this way, probably to hear about the middle, and then there's one that goes that way to the corner, and then probably about to the middle. But this is the area where you would use your trebuchets, your ballistas, anything like that. You can set up anywhere out there. It doesn't have to be on those platforms. If you have a trebuchet and you want to set it up behind that so people can't see it, throw your trebuchet down out there and then launch your balls or whatever and start hitting the wall. It'll start showing damage. I think the little blasts behind them, so like this one here, the only reason it has a blast behind it is because it is currently, one of the walls or one of the doors is currently at 50% or less. I don't think that shows up unless it's at 50% or less. While they're breaking it down, you can also repair it at the same time, but if they hit it while you're repairing it and you're too close, you will take damage, and those trebuchets mean business because they will hurt. So be careful with that. So once they break through, there are doors out there too. Obviously the door that was right below us. Is there one over here? Yeah. So wait, is there? No, not here. Where is the main door? I think the main door on this one's probably going to be the sides. Yeah, so there's a main door over there, and there is a... it's a side door. It's a smaller door. But yeah, if they break that door or the door over here, they can come in through the doors. They can actually break down literally the wall. The wall will crumble. They can come in through the wall. Once they come in here, they'll come into this area. They'll probably set up trebuchets outside the wall. They can usually launch stuff over the wall, I think. I don't know if they'll actually hit, but you'll see people coming here with ballistas or catapults or whatever, and they'll start taking down the wall. Same thing with the ramps. While they're inside and they're trying to break that inner door, let's go up to the top here. Sorry guys, trying to run all over the place. Can you do it here? No. Has to be up on the 3rd floor. Probably better back here. No, not really. You'll see what I'm talking about. Give me a second. I'm trying to find the spot. Because not all the spots look the same. Like I said, the keeps are all different. This is probably the best location right here. So, say they set up a ram below us and they have it at the door. While you're standing right here, this is what you can use that oil pot for. You can put the oil pot down here, just right on this platform, and you can dump it, and it will dump hot oil onto anyone that's down there below. The hot oil pots also do massive amounts of damage. If they're standing in there and they stand there for like 3 seconds, they're dead. Like, unless they have ridiculous healing or something like that, they're pretty much not going to live through it. So the siege in this game is absolutely amazing. You could probably do it right here, but if they're using a ram over there, you're not going to hit them. I think there's a little bit of splash damage, but it's not going to reach too far out. And I don't think that you can actually put it here. You might be able to, but it's also going to leave you open. So if there's someone out there with a ballista and they just see you, I mean, you don't really have cover here. So they're just going to nail you with the ballista and you're going to be dead in like 1 or 2 hits. So it's not going to matter with that. Let me at least go and show you one of the... I think this goes outside, doesn't it? No, I can't do anything with that. Okay. Let me show you one of the resource areas. Doesn't matter which one. Looks like the lumber mill is right over here. So let's go to the lumber mill, take a look at it. These pretty much look the same. They're a little bit different, but they're pretty much the same thing. So you'll have one flag here on the outside, and you will have a whole bunch of healers and guards here. These NPCs also join in the fight if you start attacking or anything like that. They're not very strong. The guards are obviously way stronger. But this is the flag that they need to capture for them to capture this area. Up here, this is a keep. Why is there no door on this? The repairs that we bought, you can actually slot those. If I can find them. There we go. So you can slot those. You hit square to throw it into a slot. There we go. And then you'll hold up on the D-pad. You'll select it, and then you'll hit up again to actually use it. I could have swore there's supposed to be a door here. Maybe they took them out. Anyway, they don't have to take this part of this keep in order for them to take that flag. But I guarantee you, with this being a mage, the mage will attack them. And there's usually more than one up here. I wonder if they were attacking this recently. It doesn't look damaged or anything though, other than the door missing, but it's not letting me... It will give you a cue saying that it needs to be repaired, and it's not saying anything at all. This guard's damaged though. Can I heal him? I don't think I have. Here, that's the only heal I have. Any of you guys damaged? Oh, a couple of you guys are. Why aren't the menders healing y'all? There's a mender right there and a mender right there. So right now someone could be watching me because we're outside of the gate right now. So anyone could be watching me. Like we talked about before, if you're doing stealth, if you hit R3, once that little eye closes and your character goes dark like that, I'm now invisible to any other players unless they're in our faction. If they're in our faction, they can still see me. They can see me crouched. But say there is an Aldmeri Dominion or Daggerfall Covenant guy on that rock. If he's crouched down too, I won't see him unless he stands up or unless he attacks or something like that. So it is crucial to try to use your stealth as much as possible in this area. So be very careful with that as well. Let's see, what else? So we went over the keep, we went over the guild trader in the keep, we went over the spawning, we went over the repairs. I can probably, well, for me to show you guys the repairs, I would have to go to one of the ones that was being attacked. And this is the only one down here that's pretty much being attacked. I could probably come and look at that farm there and see about taking it back. But that's not really going to show you guys repairs because you don't have to repair the resource areas. It's only the keeps that you have to repair. Let's see. Went over that. There is supposedly a gold vendor somewhere in the game or somewhere in Cyrodiil. I don't know how I don't know how that gold vendor works. I don't know if that's new or just something I never knew about. But there is a vendor. So a gold vendor that supposedly has really, really good items. But I do think that they cost alliance points. A lot of alliance points. It's extremely expensive. Also, when you do see another player in this area, like inside of Cyrodiil, they will have an icon over their head, either a blue icon, a yellow icon, or a red icon. Obviously, if they have a red one for us, that means they're friendly because they are Ebonheart Pact. If it's blue or yellow, that is an enemy and you may want to be careful. I mean, it's either attack them or run. So for me, I will probably run because, as you guys know, I still have not upgraded my gear. If we take a look at my gear here, even though I am level 600 something, you can see I still have level 34 weapons. A lot of these are still in the 30s, and look at that, even the 20s. So I just have not upgraded the stuff yet. I was working on improving my my crafting skills so that I can craft my own stuff, which I am still slightly working on, but we have made progress in that. Let's see. the delves in the game, or not in the game, in Cyrodiil. The delves. These are the delves that I talked about that have different boss locations. So like, oh, you know what? Hang on. Let's go back invisible. And then let's move in case someone saw us there. Okay. So let's take a look at the delves in the game real quick. Where would it be? Character? No. Journal? Achievements? PvP? Delve. For the delves. Alliance War. Battlegrounds. I think it's here under Alliance War. There's probably some of these that are already completed. Maybe not. Dungeons. Trials. Public dungeons. Group dungeons. It's not going to show it. I mean, it's in here somewhere. I just don't know where. Is there one called Cyrodiil? Clockwork City's in here. Imperial City's in here. Did I miss Cyrodiil? Character, player versus player. Alright, well, I will just explain it. So you guys know what the delves are. They have the symbol there. You can see the second symbol. It says 18 of 18. Oh, is it counting on my other character already? Interesting. That sucks, because now I'm not going to know how many I've done. So it says 18 of 18 there on the left side, the little torch-looking symbol there. That is a delve. When you come across one of the delves in this area, that's what I was talking about before. So it'll say that there are like 14, or not 14. It'll say that there's like 4 bosses in there, but when you run through, you'll only find 2 bosses. That is the one that I talked about before that will have only 2 boss spawns, but you need to kill 4 bosses for an achievement. So you'll literally have to kill one of those bosses and you'll have to wait for him to respawn or something along those lines. Once he respawns, it doesn't mean it's still going to be the boss you need. It's just those 4 bosses can spawn at any given time within those 2 spawn points. So just keep that in mind when you're running the delves in here. Also, the delves are public to all of the alliances. So even if you're over in your area, kind of like we are now, we are still in a PvP area in Cyrodiil. If you run in one of those delves and you see a blue or yellow, they are hostile. The blue and yellow, of course, is only because we are red. So obviously if you're yellow, then yellow's not going to be hostile to you. If you're blue, blue's not going to be hostile to you. But with us being red, everyone's going to be hostile to us. So be very careful with that. I've also never really explained stealthing too much. If you look in the bottom right, you can see our stamina bar down there. While we're moving around and we are hidden like this, we're crouched. If you run out of stamina, your character will stand up on their own. So let me show you since we're close. So I'm just walking. I'm not hitting any buttons other than walking. There goes our stamina. We just came out of it on our own. So just be careful with that. If you're stealth and you're moving around, you are draining stamina, which is why stamina can be important. If you start getting too low, get to a wall or a tree or something like that and just sit still for a second. You will still get stamina back while you're hidden. Just keep an eye on it though, because it can be very crucial. You might be going past a group of people and not realize it, and all of a sudden you're dead. So the delves also, when you do kill a boss, it will give you a buff. You'll have a 1 hour buff on your character, which will give you basically a better it'll just give you an increase to your stats most of the time. I don't know exactly what the buff is, but for the most part, it'll give you an increase to your stats. You will come across places like this, which I think this one's marked on the map. Give me a second here. We'll take a look in a minute. So, okay, yeah, this one's actually not marked. Perfect. That's what I was looking for then. So you will come across little towns like this. Where are they coming from? You'll come across like little towns like this. They have dailies here as well. You can see here that there is a daily right up over here. Right. Where you at? Where you at? Right there. Walking.
Look there.
And then there's also one over there. Right there. So, you can come, you can do these dailies. There's also NPCs here. There are normal quests that you can find here. There's all kinds of stuff that you guys can find. So just keep that in mind. We're going to talk to the brewer and see if he has some stuff that we can buy, because I still need a lot more recipes that we don't have. Especially with our level increase now. And of course he doesn't have anything for me. I just repaired my my stuff there. What about you?
Best deals in town.
What do you have? A whole bunch of poop items. Okay. We're not gonna mess with the water. Let's make our way. We're gonna make our way over to the that marker. It's marked as yellow, so it's probably only one person over there because they never took anything else. They might have died. Also, the thing that I mentioned about your stamina before when you're mounted, so you can see your mount's stamina under your stamina, the smaller green bar down there. If that runs out and you get hit, you will be dismounted. That's why a lot of people like to go for stamina with their riding skill as well. Because when you have stamina, if you're just running and people are hitting you as you're running past them, you're trying to catch up to, you know, whatever, you just keep riding. But if you run out of stamina and they hit you, it's going to dismount you. I don't know what this place is, but it is marked. Well, it's not marked on the map, but it's probably an area where we can do some quests, because it was a black thing on the map there. Now it's white. Never mind. I guess you just have to explore it. All right, we're gonna keep going this way. Like I said, don't go into the water even if you think it's okay. Unless you know, because some of the water, very few parts of the water I do think are okay, but I would not risk it if you don't know. So we're not going to risk it. I am going to come and get this rune though that I've seen. And I'm also going to grab this. And we are almost there, because I think this is a keep here that we're at. Yeah, so this is a keep. This looks like it's the mine here. We're going to run around over to the farm. This water is okay. It's very shallow. You don't have to worry about it. If I do get attacked, I'm probably going to run back towards these guards. The guards are pretty strong. I'll probably still die, but at least they will be flagged by the guards. Alright, so you can see there at the top, the little compass, the farm is still yellow. We're going to try to turn it back red by ourselves with crappy gear. Probably not going to succeed, but we're going to go for it. The guy could be watching us right now. I don't know. We're going to figure it out though. Let's go ahead and crouch down before we get all the way over there. Alright, so we need to take out the 2 menders and the 2 guards. It looks like they... Oh. Ah, poop. So because of my level, or not my level, but because of my stealth currently, they can see me from very far away. Normally the mages can spot you fairly quickly too. The mage that are there and on top of the keep here, which I don't think we can get up there without going to that. I didn't see how hard he hit us for though. Where are they healing? Oh, the mage up top. Ah! Okay, yeah, that hurt. Alright, let's come back here. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, I think it's 2 guards here at the front. Is it just 1? Okay, we're gonna run inside this place and we're gonna fight whoever follows us in. We will probably still die, but we're gonna go for it. Come on in, boys. Come on in. Not gonna come in? Okay, that'll work. Alright, so we're gonna go to the top. We're gonna take out the mage that's up here. Or at least try to. Oh, someone sees us. Someone still sees us. Oh, there's the mage right there. I thought they were up here. Are you coming up? No, you're gonna stay down there at the bottom. Alright, let's get back our health. I'm just gonna wait. Actually, we can use that. We are going to go and cast this here. And we are going to start attacking him. Hopefully he will come in. Probably not though.
I need healing. Healer. Healer! I need healing! Aid me! Aid me!
Alright, so we got that one. There's no way we're taking all the ones on the bottom. So the good thing about that though is that was a ranged one. The guards, I believe, are melee. So the guards should chase us once we attack them. The problem is that we are too weak to be able to take them all on, and this mage is probably going to respawn before we can do anything on the bottom there. Let's try to take out this mender. Oh yeah, we're dead. We're so dead. They're not even coming in. Do they not come after you anymore? It still doesn't show it under attack. That's good. Nobody knows I'm here. I will say though, we're not going to be able to do this, so. Yeah, those healers are just going to heal each other. Alright, so we do have our ultimate. We're going to get 500 though. their ultimate. Because right now we're at 230. Oh, hey. Hi there. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm definitely so dead.
I need healing. I need healing. Healer. Aid me. Aid me. Healer. I need healing.
Kind of cheesing it, but it's working. Hey, look at that. And we got 4.9 experience. 4.9 thousand experience. Still only at 19,800 alliance points. I think I actually have to take this place in order to get more. Alright, that was the one that was walking around. That's the bad thing. Here. Trying to get that guard to come in because he's not ranged. He's not doing it. And those guys are healers, which I want to take out, but they're not coming because they have their heals out there. Ooh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, choose revive location. Is this the one they were just talking about? Black Castle. Okay, so I don't know if you guys seen it in the chat. They said repairs needed at Lessie. We're gonna go here. I think that's the place they're talking about. It's just their little weird chat that they do. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna try doing some repairs. So I can show you guys how the repairs work. Repairs. I don't see anything damaged here. Is it the door maybe? Oh yeah, so our door's almost broken. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start repairing this. Like so. Look at that. See that 5450? That means that we are repairing it. Look at that. There you go. That should have gave us some alliance points. Yep, we're at 19,962 now. So easy way to get alliance points, guys. I think it's... Yeah, it won't let us do any more repairs. I don't know, were they hitting any of the walls? Yeah, so this wall, you can see there at the top it has a health bar. This wall is also damaged. We can repair the wall too. Look at that, 54 alliance points in the bottom left. Another 54 because that's 108 and we're out of things. So what we can do, we can come back in here and we can buy more of the repairs from wherever the siege vendor is, which is right here, siege merchant.
The battle.
And we're going to do it for gold again because I'm not spending the alliance points we have right here. So we're going to buy, I'll spend $5,000 worth, 5,000 gold. Right there. I don't know how many we bought. 55 it looks like down on the bottom left. Alright, so look at that. These walls all right here need to be repaired. This wall here needs to be repaired. So basically the entire thing. So we can get easy alliance points just by repairing. So, look at this. Repair. Easy alliance points, guys. Easy alliance points. Granted, it would cost you a lot of gold if you just kept doing this, but you can also use the alliance points to buy more of them. But it just depends on you guys, like on what you want to do with your gold, what you want to spend it on. We could also go and buy trebuchets and go and attack a keep or something. But we're going to spend all 55 real quick. And I do think you get a big chunk bonus if you complete like an entire wall keep. So how we're doing it right now, and it's taking it up very slowly, but it looks like we're getting 54 per. I could be wrong about that. I'm bad with math. But I think when you finish it, you get more than just 54. So let's try to get as close as we can to finishing this one. And then right before it finishes, we'll stop so that the alliance points in the bottom left goes away, and we'll see if we can see if it's going to give us 54 or more. Alright, I think one more, and then we'll stop and let the alliance points go away. Alright, so let's let them go away. Alright, 972 is gone. Let's see if this is the last one. If it's not, we're going to wait again. I don't think that was the last one, but that was still 54. Alright, let's try again. That only gave us 2. Okay, so it looks like it actually only gives you whatever you repair. Like the amount that you repair. But look at that, we can do this one too. May as well spend all of our repair kits here. And just so you guys know, like I said, what I did is you go inventory, you go to slottable items, you'll pick your repair kit or trebuchet, whatever. You'll hit square to assign it. You can see down there at the bottom it says assign. If you're not on PlayStation, it'll tell you whatever to hit. So I'm hitting square to assign it. I'm putting it in whatever slot I want. It does not have to be the one I just now picked, but I put it there. And then when you're out here, you'll hold whatever that button is in the bottom left. So for me, it's up on the D-pad. I'll select whatever it is I want to select. Now that it's selected, I tap that button instead of holding it. So I just tap up on the D-pad, and that's how I'm repairing. Just in case that is a little confusing for anyone. Because I'm not going to lie, when I did the tutorial, you guys seen me trying to repair the trebuchet and stuff. That confused the hell out of me because I couldn't remember how to do it. But look at this, easy alliance points, guys. We're probably already over 20,000. But I'm still not going to spend them. I don't remember what I was saving up for, but we're going to hang on to them no matter what. Alright, while I'm finishing this one up, let me see if there's anything else that I left out that I still wanted to cover. Don't think so. I think that's everything, guys. That is the base of basics of Cyrodiil. If you're not in a guild, one of the things you can do when you come in here, type down in the chat. So for me, I'd have to hit options and I hit square to chat and just type in, hey, anyone have room? And they will send you an invite. You join them. It will show where the leader is on the map. Just follow them and do whatever they're doing and go from there. Look at that. A lot of these walls are damaged. But let's see how many alliance points we're at. Look at that, 22,000, and all I'm doing is repairing. I'm not even attacking anyone. I'm not killing anyone. Man, they really were attacking this place, huh? To now let me do it from up here, I guess not. Oh, it lets me do it here. So this actually is something that I was looking for at the other keep. So down below, there's a door there. See that door? So when people are using the rams, you'll look for a grate on top. If it's not an overhang, you look for a grate. This is where you can put the oil pot to drop the oil down on anyone using the rams. We're just going to spend all of our, what's it called? Our repair kits, and then we'll get out of here. But yeah, if you guys learned anything from this one, please do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys, look at that, we even gained a skill point. I don't know why we gained a skill point. That's interesting. I didn't think you could get skill points just from leveling anymore. Because once you're past 50, you don't just get random skill points like that. You have to get sky shards, or they have to be from missions. Unless that was for repairing so much, like an achievement or something. But it would have given me an achievement. I know I got one a second ago, but it would have given me the skill point at the same time. At least I think it would have. But also go ahead and hit that notification bell icon. It will let you guys know every time I post videos. 22,974. All right, and I think we're good there, guys. So it looks like yellow keeps trying to take back this stuff, and for some reason, some odd reason, we're holding on to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to their gate. Probably going to die, but I'm going to go down to their gate, and I am going to try to find those sky shards. That's part of the reason, I mean, obviously I came here to do the video for you guys, but that's part of the reason I came to Cyrodiil, because I need skill points, and the skill points I need quickly. So it's a lot easier to just run around and just get sky shards than it is to do dungeons and stuff. Well, I mean, I guess it just depends on the type of player you are. For me, it's more relaxing, I guess, not necessarily easier. But yeah, so thanks for joining me. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comment section. In the next video, we will be going over the Imperial City. It's going to be very similar to this video because there are a lot of similarities between the two. There is some stuff that's different. This is technically PvPvE because there are NPCs, like right there. There's definitely NPCs all over the place. But it is PvP oriented in this area, and Imperial City is more PvE oriented, and it has PvP. So you'll understand if you watch the next video. But thanks again, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye bye.